What's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today you are in for a treat because it is my first ever episode of a new series I'm doing called Deep Dive. We're going to be taking a deep dive into various professional photographers' portfolios. We're going to look at their progression as an artist. We're going to go back to their beginner pictures, talk about why they weren't good, and we're gonna go from there, slowly observing them piece together their creative style. The goal is for us to put together a better understanding of how people formed their artistic identity. It may seem like a gargantuan task at first, but truthfully, everyone starts from somewhere. Everyone used to be like horrible. The biggest factor that separates the professional from the amateur is time and dedication. For example, Sam Stone, the person we're doing this episode on right now, they've been doing it for a whole 12 years. They started in April 2012. This is their first picture. This is their latest picture. Look at that. I mean, the difference is just immense. First picture we're going to be talking about is this. I'm sure if you go to any amateur photographer's account, you're going to see a picture along the lines of this. It doesn't really have much of a purpose or a feeling. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be feeling by looking at this image. It's just a plank into water. The reflection is cool, but it's not really the focus of the picture. I think it could be better if it was cropped with the land out of it, because it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But still, it's just not too much to it's not too great. We go to this one. It's just a landscape. It's not like there was much artistic originality showing. I imagine he just was at a very cool spot and he was like, okay, I'm gonna take this picture. It's a cool spot. My main problem with it is the mountains. I kind of feel like they're just a little bit of an afterthought. Like, the main thing here is the trees, right? Which still doesn't even look that great. I feel, okay, listen. Listen, okay? You're watching me. I honestly don't know that much about photography to explain confidently why this is a bad picture, because I know it goes a lot deeper than just these mountains. The sky, I guess, is a bit too much. Also there's this thing that he does, and I think everyone used to do back in the day, where they put this filter on the images where all the blacks are just like not black. You see like these shadows here. This is originally like is black, but then they like raised the shadows in post or added some filter that just made it completely utter trash. I can't look at these shadows without like visibly like wanting to shit my pants. I haven't pooped in like 3 days. Anyways, same with this picture. I feel like it would be a lot more dramatic if we could just have the blacks be black, because I feel like a good picture has a little bit of mystery to it, and for this thing, there's no mystery. It's all on display. I can see every single little bit of detail here, and I don't think I need to. I don't need to know what's going on with this chair over here. I think if it was all just black, well, like, not all black, but like blacker, and you could just see this woman looking out the window, it would be a lot better. That's the subject of the photo, after all. We don't need all the extra nonsense. To summarize his first couple pictures, they're really just not much going on. Like, it's honestly just something that you could say anyone could take a picture like this with a camera, but it's a start, and everyone starts somewhere. Around 2016, I would say his pictures started to get a little bit up a level. This one was the first one that I really saw scrolling through his profile, and I was just like, hold on a second. Wait a moment. Slam the brakes. We're going to look at that image once again. And I think it's for a good reason, because there's a bit of a story going on here. I have a lot of questions. Who is this cowboy dude? I don't know who this guy is, but I want to know. What's he doing out here? There's grass here. I don't see many crops. I don't know what he could be farming. I would say the real cool thing is the shadow here on his eye. It's coming from the natural sun, beaming down on the hat. It's not completely just in your face, sanitized light right on him. It's more dramatic lighting, dramatic natural lighting specifically, because as we're gonna see in these couple photos in the future, this dramatic natural lighting comes to be one of his strongest areas, and I'd say part of his artistic voice. Anyways, then we get to this one, and this picture's just cool. Like, it's just clouds. Like, I don't know how you get a picture of the lightning actually doing its thing, because that's like a split second type of shot. The only way I could see someone taking a picture of a lightning like this is if they're like recording and then they screenshot it. But I don't know. It looks really cool too. Just the whole sky, the magnitude of the whole ordeal here. Really nice. Then there's this one too. And I think what's really good about this one for me is just the colors. I don't know what he shot this on. It kind of looks like film to me, but it could be digital. I just really like this red and yellow from just popping out at me from this like fast food sign. And then in the back too, it's these real like cotton candy colored kind of clouds, and it really just popped at me. I will say that this exit thing here, kind of getting cut off, bothers me a little bit. I'm gonna have a bit of a hot take here, but I don't think the most important thing about photos are the details. I think the most important thing is that initial like that feeling you get when you just see a picture and it just like jumps out at you and you're like, holy shit, that is a great photo. The criteria for your brain to subconsciously determine what a great photo is does not take into account these little tiny little things at first. Now, if there's a bunch of like things that are just fucked up and you can't actually enjoy that initial then the details matter. But really the most important thing is just the subject and how good they artistically defined that subject. Yeah. Okay. And then we get here, and this is also 2016. I would say this is his best picture so far that I've seen. It's something about the shadows for me. It's like giving me this kind of mysterious, like, businessmen on their way to like do some super devious deals with like unscrupulous individuals. Is that even a word? Oh yeah, okay. No, that works. Unscrupulous individuals. Individuals. That's what they were doing. Also, another thing is, this picture, it feels like the whole frame is going towards displaying that message. That vibe is completely getting delivered from every pixel in the image. I feel like I'm in it. But when we go back to these other ones, it's like, what are these doing here to me? They're not helping me get a vibe any better. The vibe isn't getting translated to me. I feel like I'm just looking at Earth. I'm not looking at an artistic expression of the mind, you know? But yeah, the big thing is like just filling up the frame with the vibe. Little costume change. I got a little hot. I was working myself up a little bit, but we're back. Anyways, This picture, really good. I like the smoke and the green and the blue contrast and just the people here. Just like, they're just going about their day, getting hot dogs. It's telling a story. Lamb Gyro. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, I would say this one is an example of, they had a good intention with the photo. It really looked like they were trying something with this one, but I feel like it didn't really get pulled off just because the light here is so not very defined. I'm just looking at like it's a blank slate. Maybe if there was like sunset, a beautiful dramatic sunset on the right or left side that completely just like defined those highlights and gave it more of like this dramatic burnt orange kind of look on the on his skin, that'd be a lot better. But this, it's just like a boring, washed, dull gray kind of image. It didn't really pull off its vibe very well, but I will say it gets points for this very nice framing. I like how the whole frame is just a bunch of flowers. Really nice there. This picture, I don't like this one. I think it's just because, never mind. I don't know what to say about this. I guess that's the problem. I just don't have much feelings well, okay. It is doing the one thing that I did say would make this other picture better. I was like, hey, maybe a sunset with those orange highlights, and guess what we have here? We have the orange highlights, but I'm still not rocking with it. Maybe I'm stupid. What is going on in my brain to make me think that it would look good on one image, but this other image, it's here, and I still don't like it? I think it has to do with the fact that I don't know what to feel when I look at this. It's just water, waves, and kind of a sunset. It's not really giving me much of any mood. I don't know, maybe if someone else saw this, they would feel something that I don't. But when I look at this, I feel no emotion. Like I'm that one dude from Breaking Bad. No. Like I'm that one dude from American Psycho. And I was murdering a bunch of fellas. This one is pretty freaking good. This is just a fun image to look at. I feel like I don't really see many pictures that give me this, like, this shininess, but like almost fake looking plant. And he did it somehow with the flash, I guess. I really want to know how, because it is something that I would like to do. I will say that it would be probably a little better if this shrubbery here from the background wasn't in the photo. But hey, it's not the most important thing. Okay, let's talk about this one. I like this image a lot. I think these waves here are super, super cool. They're so, like, metallic looking, like it's futuristic or something. This dude is, like, swimming in a sea of, like, chrome. And it's super smooth, and I really like this image. But one thing I don't like is that the aperture was a bit too low. I think it would be a lot better if it was all in focus here, because my favorite thing was the waves after all, and half of the waves are kind of blurry. So depth of field, I mean, it's good to have, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it could be bad, and I think this is one of those times where the depth of field kind of makes this image a little worse. So that image was in 2018. A full 6 years since he started making pictures. I would say that's pretty reassuring to new photographers, because it takes a while before you start getting good images, and that's just how it is. So this one too, it just boom pops right out to me. It's this whole it's a vibe. The image is defined by these 3 bars in the middle, and it kind of sets up the whole vibe. Like, when I look at this, I feel like I'm looking at art and not a picture. Let me explain. So, when you go back to these, this is just like a picture, you know. Someone just took this picture with a camera. They were like, hey, this looks pretty cool. But we go up here. This is like a different world that we're being taken into, only visible through this specific way. And that's why this image is really good to me. I will say, I don't like how it's cropped. I feel like if we just came over here and took this out, I don't know what this is doing here. It would just be so much better, but this little distraction here really bugs me, because if we take it, here, let's do it ourselves. We'll crop it. And now we look at it. Bruh. Come on now. That's like 10 times better, right? Is it? It is, right? Well, I don't know, because this one feels more like this feels more organic, and this one feels more fake, I guess. Maybe it was intentional that he didn't crop it, or maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. I'm getting a headache though. This is taking a toll on me. Whew. Anyways. Oh, where do we go? Okay. Okay, this image. Oh my God. I love it. The shining sun coming down on the water to like have these super blown out highlights that shouldn't look good. Like, realistically, we're told as photographers to not get your highlights blown out and to not like have the blacks blown out. But I think this one just does it really well, because when I look at this, I'm just like, okay, we're fucking there. We're at the beach. We're chilling in the sun. Beautiful ass water. I'm gonna need some sunglasses though. This is some pretty bright sunlight we're getting. But it looks cool as shit. And honestly, it's okay if I don't have sunglasses, because I'll sacrifice the eye damage to look at this image some more, because like, damn. Okay, this image. Oh, we're gonna have to speed up a little bit just because my brain is starting to malfunction. This one really good. I don't understand how it works. It's like there's people that are like ghosts, and you can see through them, but then you could also see the people that you were seeing through. Oh wait, is it a double exposure? I don't know, but it looks very cool, and it's like its own vibe, its own like little world. Very nice. Okay, this one, I want to know how to make images like this, because the background on here is amazing. I don't know how they managed to have this beautiful looking background. These colors are perfectly balanced with the subject, and the flash the flash is like having the flash on like the opposite side of the sunset gives this really nice effect to where it looks larger than life basically, and it's really cool. But I really want to know how the background looks like this color. Is it just the camera that he uses? Cause is it how he edits the colors? Cause I swear I've never been able to get colors this good, man. But this is gonna be where we start to see colors be like, whoa. Originally, when I was introduced to his work, I saw pictures from him, and I was like, what the shit? How is he doing that with the colors? Cause it's just crazy, man. We got a car. I think it just kind of tells a cool story because, like, I'm going to go off on a limb here and say this is just his car. But when I look at it just without the context of that it's probably his car, I'm thinking, okay, what is this car doing here, empty and open, out in the woods on this very, very orange sunset day that's almost giving me the feeling like the world is ending. I feel like there's like a zombie apocalypse going on in this image right now, and the driver of this car got overrun by zombies and had to like escape through the door. I hope he's all right. Hope he found like a stronghold, because I mean, clearly this car has been through a lot. I mean, look at the roof here. Jesus, that's a lot of bird poop. Or zombie poop. Don't know. Okay, this one right here. Just come on now. Where do I even begin? The sunset on this, the sun, man. The sun on this image is just spectacular. We got it. It's not in image, but it's not in the image, but we can kind of see it, and its effect on the whole mood is just immense. The shadow that it's casting on this guy, it's making him like super like wide and like not like it's bending reality, that shadow. There's something about the colors too. I don't know what it is, but it's just like super it's pleasing on my eye, and I don't know why, and I want to explain why so I could be able to do it myself, but I can't. It's okay, what I can say is that there's tones of gold here, goldish orange and blue. Those are complementary colors. Films and TV shows like to use them a lot in their color grading. It makes them look a lot better, and that's part of it. I would say the second image is just slightly worse, just because we've lost that larger than life shadow, and it's a little too close to me. Also, the cars add a different element that's kind of taking me out of the scene. Oh, wait, there's still cars. I'm just fucking blind. Okay. This one, really good. I like how he kind of played with the framing here. The zero balloon shape kind of set the frame for the image, and it worked really well. I don't have much to say other than, what is she holding that for? What is the purpose of this balloon? Is it like her 0th birthday? Clearly not. She looks like she's not 0. Last time I checked, people don't celebrate their 0th birthday. So, I don't know. Okay, okay, we're finally almost out. This one, oh jeez. The framing, beautiful. Everything in here is helping to make this image even better. And then the flag in the middle too as the subject. Perfect. Yeah. I really like this one. Just because, like, oh shit, ow. Hold on, guys, I got some pain. Oh, fuck. This is hard to do. Okay. Man. I don't know, like, I feel like it's not too, so this image is good for a couple of reasons. I would say that my favorite one is just because it's not trying too hard to be anything. It seems like a very spur of the moment shot. He was crossing the street, this woman was crossing the street, and super quick. It looks a little blurry too. But that's what makes it good, I think, cause it's just something about the quick nature of it, how fast paced it looks, but yet the colors are still very working together to give me this certain vibe. There's nothing off about the image. It's not even it's not on center. It's a little bit off center too. And yeah, oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. And then last but not least, okay, look, we'll talk about this. Uh, Something about this guy's work is that he is very good at utilizing natural light to make very good photography. All of his best pictures that I've seen up to this point have no flash. It's just highlights of the sun or other light, natural light. It looks very nice, and sometimes he uses flash. But whenever he does use flash, it's very emphasized. He likes to really crank up that flash to make its own vibe, and I think that's really cool. This image, super cool. Also, the sunset being this orange, beautiful. Also, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it wasn't taken by just any human. He really had his voice here, his artistic voice, and it really shined through with this image. Last but not least, this one, I think it's just really cool because honestly, a cheat code of taking pictures, if you want to be a good photographer, just take pictures of humans. There's a lot about humans that makes images look good. First of all, we are humans, so biologically, when we see another human, there are a bunch of evolutionary procedures that happen subconsciously in our brain that don't happen with inanimate objects, and this leads to our judgments being affected slightly, and it leads to us as photographers being able to display emotions a lot easier to the audience. And I think this is a good example of that because her face super stanky. She got a super stanky face on, and right away I'm just like, okay, what is she stanking up the place for with her stanky face? And then the colors, obviously beautiful colors, nothing much to be said there. But yeah, that's the main shit. Yeah, wow, this was that my I'm getting a headache. I did a lot of talking. My brain hurts. Um Thanks for watching. I'm gonna try and get better at this and for the future. Bro fist.